Okay, guys, so this is going to be my first story time. And if you guys like these, I'll do more of them, tell you guys stories about life, because I'm a lot older than a lot of you guys on here, and maybe you can benefit from some stories. But anyway, this is story time is kind of, it's kind of sad because it surrounds a girl that is definitely out in the media, and I am not in agreement with most of everything out there. Okay, so if you guys don't know my backstory, I actually, I have a daughter, Brooke. She's 22, and a son, Rush. She's 20. They got into the social media space about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and it was a crazy journey to get there. My ex-husband had a line called Big Sexy Hair. It was a hairspray company, and then I started a brand called Rock Your Hair, another hairspray company that did styling products a lot for cheer and dance. My background is actually in neuroscience, so I'm like a scientist by nature and an avid reader. I really believe in education. I worked for a radiology facility for 9 years, and my kid's Brooke's dad is a head and neck facial plastic surgeon. So a lot of like science in my life. So to get into this industry is kind of crazy, but when you have a child that wants to be successful and she has dreams, you want to support that. So long story short, I learned about marketing and social media for the hairspray company, and my daughter was young at that point, and then we were collaborating with a lot of different cheerleaders, celebrities like Gabby Butler. I learned what Musical.ly was. I met a lot of these kids. I remember getting to be friends with Eliana and her mom before she was on Dance Moms when she was like 7 years old. She stayed with us at our house in Malibu. We got to be close friends. Brooke, my daughter, wasn't even really on social media. And then I just figured it out because my daughter's dream was to be a singer, and she loved musical theater. And I learned all these things about marketing, hairspray course at different courses at Pepperdine, MBA about doing marketing and digital marketing. And I was like, wow, our Instagram sucks. We don't even have one. I better get one going. So got an Instagram going for Rock Your Hair, and then figured out to market the Instagram, we needed kids who would use the products and who were influencers, like cheerleaders, dancers. They use a lot of hairspray. So then as we grew, we're like, well, how can we like make this more fun? And then I also wanted to do, concerts to help Brooke promote like her singing, and it would be fun because I love music and I thought it'd be a great event. And so we started the Rock Your Hair. Wow, this is gonna be long. So we started the Rock Your Hair concerts, and my son Rush was really good friends with Hayden now because we've been working with him in the influencer space. We helped start Chicken Girls for Brat. Brooke was on Chicken Girls. I got Rush on for the second season. And it was a really like organic friendship on Chicken Girls because we were actually really friends with the Summeralls and the LeBlancs, and we went to Hawaii together, and we kind of just were, doing some vlog trips, which were, to promote like the hair products, but also just for fun because our families were friends. And then we started the concerts. Annie, sorry, her name is Jules. Her name is Jules. I always call her Annie, and I feel really bad because Brooke's like, don't do that, Mom. Her name's Jules now. So they did a concert. I think at one of those concerts, I don't know which one it was. Piper came to the concert. She was really little. I didn't meet her. We were really, really busy. And when we were shooting Chicken Girls, they were shooting Manny, but we never saw them because it was at another location. So I heard about who she was, but she was younger than Brooke and Rush. So I never met them in person, even though they were at the concert. Fast forward, I hear all these rumors at Playlist about what happened with Tiffany, Piper's mom, and like this underage guy and blah, blah, blah. And it was all drama and rumors and terrible, and never got involved with it. Didn't know about it. I think my kids had a great time on social media. Brooke every day says to me how thankful and grateful she is that she can make a life for herself as a creative person. She's a singer-songwriter. I'm signed with UMPG and super, super grateful. Rush is doing a lot of different projects with real estate, but he also works with, he does Snapchat too. He has gym stuff, car stuff. He's a 20-year-old guy. He's figuring it out, but he's a very smart kid. Both of my kids are like highly educated, really good, solid people, and I think great examples for the younger rock kids, but I digress. So I didn't meet Piper there. Fast forward, a bigger YouTuber was going to Piper's or Eliana's birthday party, and I was helping him with production, and they invited me to Ellie's dinner for her birthday because I hadn't seen Ellie for a minute. She was on the Piper squad, and so I went to the birthday dinner, and they're like, you guys should collab. They're like, Nicole has all these kids that market like Rock Your Hair. She's starting a YouTube channel. You guys should collab. So early on, we did like, I don't know, a few different videos with them. I don't think it was more than 10, and they were not very long. I think Gavin and Piper came in and rated the kids' outfits. We weren't very close to them. So in the trailer, it was that selfie world. Gavin and Piper were like rating their outfits, and and they were really nice. Like they were friendly to us. Hunter and Tiffany were trying to help me figure out what a channel was. They did know a lot about YouTube. So we met them there. We'd gone to her house a couple times. They'd asked me to have kids in videos when they needed extra kids. I didn't really think it was an issue. So that was about a couple months in 2021 and maybe a couple months in early 2022, but not too many videos and not that much interaction. I don't know them very well, but then I did hear a lot of things. But when you hear things, you want to, have other people have opinions. There's always three sides to a story. There's your like the one person's side, the other person's side that are arguing, and then there's a third side, which is the truth that usually lies in the middle. And I firmly believe that is the case for this. Now, I do not agree 1,000,000% with two things. The first one is I do believe that Tiffany is exploiting Piper, that she's groomed her to think that it's okay to use your body to have value and to like get old men to like go online, and this whole brand army site is disgusting. And the fact that she would even not just get her to do that, but to allow her to do that, or even help her to do that, or it's horrendous. It's horrifying. I hope someday Piper gets the therapy she needs. She thinks it's okay, but she doesn't know any better because she's been groomed from a really, really young age. And for me, with the rock kids, like I was like, don't wear crop tops, don't do this, don't like Miss Nicole, you're so conservative. I just want them to have more value in who they are and in their personality and in their education, their ability to entertain, their ability to learn to be entrepreneurs, their ability to use their influence for good in the world. Because you guys, there's going to be kids in entertainment. There's going to be kids that are working hard to be golfers or soccer players or learn their family's business. If you want to help people, you need to come from a place of strength. So I really don't think the issue is kids in entertainment or kids in YouTube. It's the parents who are exploiting them. We film 4 hours a day and the kids all do their schoolwork. So that's important. And I'm not even trying to compare us to them and say were better. I'm just saying that there's good parents and there's bad parents, there's good situations and there's bad situations. And the fact that they were working millions of hours a day doing all those videos, like, you can't do that. We do one video a day. You can't do multiple videos. That's why the kids don't have all their own channels for long form. It would be too much work. Maybe when they get older and they're doing their own channels and I help them produce them if they want that, that's one thing. But that's not, and then it's just not feasible to do videos for all the channels. So that I don't agree with. And then I don't agree with how she was exploiting Piper, and Piper doesn't know any better. I also don't agree with all the kids who were saying they were in the worst. I actually don't agree with all the kids saying, like, or not the kids, the parents saying, like, this is the worst situation, then leave. If my daughter were in a situation like that, if Brooke were being filmed too much, if people were saying inappropriate things to her, I would not let her stay there. So I know there's a lot of manipulation and there was a lot of things going on. And I did hear some personal stories from people in the squad that I'm not going to repeat because it's not my business and I don't want to get in the drama, but some things that, like, maybe Tiffany said or did. And personally, I did see, like, a grown woman shouldn't be invested in younger kids' relationships. And someone can say, like, well, on your channel, there are people that have relationships. That is not my doing, you guys. It never is. Whether they have a relationship or not and they want to disclose it, that's up to them. But we never encourage relationships, discourage relationships. There are fun things for entertainment sometimes, but if there's a real relationship, that's their relationship. And I would just as soon if they want to come to me and talk about it, just if my child would, but I would never say you need to be with this person or that person or you should or shouldn't. That's not my business. But I'm digressing again. So, I mean, the big thing is that training girls to think that their only value is their bodies is the worst. Honestly, it's absolutely the worst. It's about your personality. It's about your ability to do business, be an entertainer, do good in the world. Stop posting like that when you have a young audience. I don't agree with that. That being said, I also think it's very, very unfair to Piper what Netflix is doing. Shame on Netflix, because not only is she a minor, she is not the one who did anything wrong. She's 100% a victim because she's been groomed to do that. She doesn't know any better, and she's been supporting her family, which again is another thing that I think is pretty despicable. But that if you let your kids completely support you, like on the Rock Squad, I'm telling you, the moms, they save all of the kids' money for them that they earn so they can have a better life. Even if they, I'm not gonna share any of their personal stories, but I just know that the moms I work with are really, really good people and they want a better life for their kids than they even have, and to give them like a good start in life. And then when you're looking at a kid trying to like support the whole family, I mean, that's disgusting. But that being said, what's happened to her story where she's being groomed, she's being exploited, that should be her story to tell at some point if she wants to, because imagine she meets someone and now it's on Netflix and she can't stop it. Netflix is making so much money off of it and she doesn't get a dime, like, and she's not the one who should be put out there. That's her mom who did something wrong. And that being said, also, why are they even allowed to talk about this when, I guess it's their right because it's like public. Anyway, why is Netflix even allowed to talk about this when, like, maybe they're paying the victims, and which is okay, I guess. But still, I mean, it's all on Piper's back again. So here they are talking about how parents exploit kids, and here's Netflix exploiting Piper a billion times more than anyone else could because they're gonna make so much money off the documentary and not give her a dime. Anyway, the whole reason I started this story time is apparently there is a clip of me hugging Tiffany, and I think that was the night I met her. The second night I met her once at dinner for Eliana's birthday, and then I thought she was nice, and I didn't know better, and we're probably laughing. And I love how they picked that clip, and they're like, well, because the only thing we have in common with them is kids on YouTube, the word squad, and I mean, that's about it. We couldn't be more different from what that situation is, and I think you guys all know that. But I'm getting so much backlash that are like, oh, she's friends with Tiffany. I even saw someone sent me a T-Page channel saying I'm like forcing like Ryder and Gia to be together. And I'll tell you guys, that is the furthest thing from the truth that could ever be. So yeah, usually I'm like, you guys chill. Anyway, I don't want to go into any kid relationships or anything. I just wanted to give you guys kind of background. And, my goal for Rock Squad, I really feel like the Rock Squad, they're the Mickey Mouse Club. We're the new Disney doing things right in this digital space. And we're going to do really, really great things because YouTube's not going away. Kids and entertainment aren't going away. And we're just going to keep moving forward, making great scripted videos, making awesome videos, doing a book series. I am so grateful every day to be an entertainer and to have all of you guys in my life and to be able to influence, like, especially like teen and tween kids and girls, like in a positive light, and just cause some put some happiness and laughter in people's days. And I just, to be mixed up into this whole really absolutely against all of my beliefs and values, what they've done to Piper and exploiting her and putting her out there, and even to have my name in the same sentence, it really kind of makes me sick. But I mean, I guess people are going to think what they think until they know the situation. So like, if you know me, if you know the Rock Squad, you will know there is nothing similar about the situations. And yeah, so I just wanted to say that, and hopefully you guys are not so bored by this story time. But if you want to have some more fun story times where I talk about like fun things with the kids, I can do those too. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and yeah, reply back if like